Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to finish up having a little fun in the kitchen. If you stick around till after the break, I'll tell you what we're up to.
Check it out.
Welcome back. Today we're going to go ahead and finish up and we're going to get 6 different variations of the basic fudge recipe. And if you missed yesterday's recipe, up here somewhere, Mark is going to put the link for it for me. And you can go back and check it out, and it is the entire recipe from start to finish. But today we're going to work on 6 different types that I like to mix it up and do something a little different. Usually every Christmas I add something new or change something up a little bit. So this recipe is really easy to do just about anything you want to with it. So we're going to play with 6 of my favorites, and it won't take terribly long. So why don't we go ahead and get to it, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, we've got just under 2 minutes left on our timer, and for this variation we're going to make peanut butter fudge, just a simple one, and we're going to use 2 cups of milk chocolate chips, and we're going to use a 10-ounce bag of Reese's peanut butter chips. And we've got those all pre-measured out here, ready to go, and just as soon as the timer goes off, we're going to get those mixed in. You turn the temp off, and you're going to move the pan over off of the heat. We're going to dump the chips in, and just like the basic fudge recipe, we're going to mix them until they're all smooth, and then we're going to add some vanilla. We got less than a minute to go. Okay, so the timer's just about set to go off. I'm going to go ahead and turn this burner off. Pull it aside a little bit. We're going to put in 2 cups of milk chocolate chips and 10-ounce bag of peanut butter chips. And we're going to get this all mixed up until it's nice and smooth. All mixed up, and we're going to get a teaspoon of vanilla, dump that in, our pan over here, that mixed in while it's still good and hot. And it's all nice and smooth, and we're going to go ahead and get it into the pan. Smooth it out just like we did the other one. forget to leave a little on the spoon for taste testing. And then that goes into the fridge to cool for probably about an hour. Okay, the next step is toffee. And what we're going to add is 2 cups of milk chocolate chips. And I've got a half a cup of semi-sweet. And we've got an 8-ounce bag of Heath toffee chips. So we got about a minute left on the timer. Get everything situated right here. And this time I'm using the square pan because my other one is still in the fridge cooling. We're going to let this timer run down for less than a minute. Then we're going to add all of these all at once. And when we get it all mixed and it's all nice and smooth, then we're going to add the teaspoon of vanilla. Our timer's going to go off here just shortly. Go ahead and get this burner turned off. Pull it aside. It's got 4 seconds. Alright. So put in our 2 cups of milk chocolate chips. 8 ounces of toffee chips and a half a cup of semi-sweet that started to melt. Okay, we'll do the same thing. We're going to get this all stirred in until it's good and smooth. Alright, go ahead and put our vanilla in. Get that mixed in too. You can see that the toffee chips are not completely melted, so they'll give a little crunch and it makes a really nice variation, and anybody who likes English toffee will really enjoy it. We're going to get this put in our pan. This is a 9-inch square pan, and there won't be much of a difference in a different size pan. You can use whatever size pan you want, but smaller pan will make a little bit thicker fudge. That all spread up in there. And that one is ready for the fridge. Okay, we got about a minute left on our timer, and this next one we're going to do a chocolate peppermint, and we're going to use 2 cups of milk chocolate chips, and we're going to use a cup of semi-sweet chips, and I've got some of this Ghirardelli peppermint chunks. It's a 10-ounce bag, and we're going to use about half of them. So our timer's going to go off here in about 30 seconds. And then we will put the semi-sweet and the milk chocolate chips in. And we'll get them all stirred up. And then I'll show you after that what we're going to do with the peppermint. So hold on just a second. Let's see, we've got 10 seconds left on the timer. Go ahead and shut this off. And we'll add the milk chocolate chips and the semi-sweet chips. And we're going to get those stirred in there. You do them just like all of the other ones. Just stir it until it's all nice and smooth and the chips are all melted. Okay, now we're going to go ahead right now and we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Get that stirred in good. Everybody all nice and smooth, creamy. And then we're going to go ahead and dump that in the pan. Smooth that all out. Okay, then we're going to take these chips and we're going to sprinkle them over the top. Everybody single thickness, and then we're just going to push them down just a little bit so they go into the top of the chocolate, but not all the way down to where they're going to get in there and just completely melt. And we're going to get that put in the refrigerator to cool too. Okay, we got a little less than a minute left on the timer, and this one we're going to make creamed mint, and we're going to use 2 cups of milk chocolate chips, and I've got over here broken up, I've got about 8 ounces of Andes mints, and the timer is getting set to turn off here in a second. Go ahead and shut this off. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put in 2 cups of chocolate chips and about 8 ounces of Andes mints. Get this all stirred up. The mints are in a little bit bigger chunks, so it might take just an extra second to get them to melt down. Got that all smooth. We're going to go ahead and put in a teaspoon of vanilla. Get that all stirred in good. It smells really good. Go ahead and get this one off in the pan too. Alright, get that smoothed in there. Alright, and that one is ready for the fridge. Okay, we've got a minute left on the timer. And this one we're going to do a white chocolate and peppermint. And we've got 3 cups of Toll House Premier White Morsels. And we're going to use the other half a bag of peppermint chunks. And we're going to do it the same way that we did the chocolate peppermint one. So we're going to let this keep going just for a few more seconds. The timer's just about to go off. Okay. Go ahead and shut this off. Okay, and pull it off of the heat. And we're going to add all 3 cups of the white chips. And we're going to stir it up just like we did all the other ones. So it's all nice and soft and smooth and creamy. And this time I'm going to put them in with it instead of putting them on top. I'm not going to let them melt completely. Right? And we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of vanilla in here. It'll change the color just a little bit, but it'll be alright. You can see the little pink and red dots for the peppermint, and we're going to go ahead and I made a little bit of a mess, but go ahead and dump this into the pan. Get it all smoothed out. And you can see the pink flecks of peppermint in it, and we're going to get this one off into the refrigerator. Okay, this is the last one, and I just kicked the camera, so we'll move it back here. Okay, our timer just went off, and this one is the last one. We're just going to do a simple one. Go ahead and get that off the heat. We're going to use 2 cups of milk chocolate chips. And we're going to use a cup of semi-sweet. We're going to get these stirred in. And the only other thing we're putting in this one is going to be walnuts. And I know not everybody likes walnuts, and you can use any other kind of nut that you might like. But you want to get the chocolate in there and get it stirred up and melted before you put the nuts in. Alright. We're going to go ahead and get some vanilla in this. And we'll mix that in. Then we're going to put a cup of chopped nuts in here. Get that all mixed in real good. Okay. And we're going to get that put into the pan. Alright, and we'll get that one off into the refrigerator, and we'll be back to talk to you in just a minute. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope everybody had fun. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought and what you think maybe your favorites were. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and leave me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like the video, and don't forget to ring that little bell. That'll tell you when we have new videos out. And I can't think of anything else, and I'm sure Mark will probably help me out a little bit. But I hope you did enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time.